Where's my darn yarn?
Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of the Dyepod. We come to you from Eksjö in Sweden, and our company's name is Fru Valborg, and you can find us on Instagram at Fru Valborg and on Ravelry, same name. And well, so today I brought my husband.
Hello, everyone.
Who are you?
I am the husband. So, my name is Robert, and I am more known as Drängen, which is a Swedish word for the guy who helps out on a farm and doesn't get any money but still has to do a lot of work. So I guess that's me in Fru Valborg. I'm Norwegian. I'm recently turned 40. We'll come back to that.
Yay!
Yay! Still here. And I'm helping Petra with a lot of things. I'm skeins yarn and doing all the non-artistic stuff, I guess, of the company. We kind of agreed that we wanted to do this YouTube thing together, so here I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's nice to have you with me here.
thank you.
I said I'm just gonna laugh today, but yeah, we try this.
Let's give it a shot.
So what happened since the last time I recorded? Then I was all alone.
It's
What
been
have
3 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
Well, a lot of things have happened actually. So we've done some cool things. We went to a musical, The Phantom of the Opera,
Yeah.
in Gothenburg. Did you like it?
Yes, I liked it. It was a gift from you actually for Christmas.
Yeah.
A Christmas gift. I
True.
remember. Yeah, so we went there and we stayed at a hotel for a night.
We had a lot of good food. We had tapas.
Yes.
We went to the movies.
Mm,
We had some good drinks.
yes, and we visited Tant Kofta, Swedish dyer, one of Sweden's biggest dyer.
Yeah.
Which was very nice, and we met her and her husband, and they showed us around in their very cozy yarn shop, and we got to see her dyeing studio, which was nice because it was in the basement, just as messy as when I dye, I think. Yeah,
And I found the soulmate. I found the soulmate, her husband.
yeah.
He is also a farm boy doing everything, not getting paid for it. So he's my new soulmate. We were discussing how to skein yarn, which, you know, if somebody told me this 5 years ago, I would probably not believe that person, but here we are, skeining yarn. So yeah, it was a good thing, good visit. And I think we probably learned a couple of things from them as well. They are doing this since what, 5, 6, 7 years,
Yeah.
something like that. So all of the things that we are currently doing, they have already done.
Yeah.
And I think that was a good learning as well, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Very nice people. So if you're watching,
Thank you.
thank you, and thank
Hope
you
to
for
see
the
you again soon.
thanks for the nice goulash. you gave.
Yeah. And about the Phantom of the Opera?
Yes. It was a brilliant show. It was in the Opera House of Gothenburg. A very nice and little fancy place, maybe, to go to. Excellent story. I haven't seen it before. I knew kind of a little bit what the plot was about, but not a lot. And I think the performance was really, really great.
Yeah, I liked it as well. I thought if it was one thing negative about it, I think it
What?
no, that
I bought you
sometimes
drinks, I bought you...
I mean about the show.
Okay.
It's just I can when they sing everything that I sometimes wanted them to say instead of sing.
I thought you were going to say to shut up.
Yeah, sometimes they should shut up. But when they say, "Oh, what are you doing?" like that.
Yeah. That's a
I
bit
think
weird.
maybe they could have. I have never been to an opera before, so I'm not so used to it. So I thought maybe it was kind of too much opera sometimes. But when they sang the opera, I thought it was very beautiful.
Okay. Too much opera, but the opera was good.
Yeah.
That's the summary, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
Huh?
good. What else? I have turned a milestone in my life. I have reached the respectable age of 40, and that was this weekend. And this one really surprised me. I'm not easily surprised, but I tell you, she got me. So the story was that I was coming home late Friday evening from a work trip. We had a couple of friends visiting, which I knew. And in my head, I thought that the Saturday would be spent on having a nice dinner with our friends and having a good time. Then Saturday came, the afternoon was kind of there, and I was ordered to get dressed and wear something nice. So I said, how nice? And you said, be nice, wear something pretty. So I did, put on a shirt, and then we left the house and walked towards the city, or town maybe we should say. And then all of a sudden they put a blindfold on me and said, you can't watch where you're going. So I became a little bit nervous, but I still thought that we were either going to one of the two restaurants we have here, or maybe to your parents for kind of a dinner party thing. But I ended up in another place, and then I was told to take off the blindfold, and there we had all of our friends. I think we were maybe 30 odd people or so all together. So it was a huge surprise, and they were all singing for me, and it was a party and a really, really excellent evening. So that was great.
Yeah.
And I said to you the day after that I experienced a new emotion. I have never ever in my life, 40 years, experienced the emotion of shock. But this happened to me. So my hands started literally to shake. I couldn't control it, and I had to go away for a while in the kitchen and just collect myself mentally and emotionally. But it was great. It was a great evening.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was very nice. We are very happy that all our friends came by. Everyone that I had invited would come. So yeah, it was great.
That was cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so that was what has happened.
Yes.
And we also have a lot of things that will happen.
Yeah.
So tell us, what's up in Aalborg?
First of all, I started a new Ravelry group it's very new, and I'm not very active.
Don't say that.
No, I can't say that. But I am active, but I should be even more active, maybe.
Yeah, I heard a word the other day. It was used in a British school. They have big posters, and it says only "yet."
Okay.
And the point was that you should never say you can't do anything. So if someone says, or you can't, or you're not good at drawing, the answer is not yet.
Okay.
So I think that.
So I'm not
your
yet very active.
Yes.
I
You see
will.
how that sounds differently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good. Anyway, we started a call. I don't know what to say.
Knit-along.
A knit-along, yeah. In Swedish, call.
Yeah.
In my Swedish, anyway.
Or in English. Yeah.
Or in English, a knit-along, a brioche knit-along. So I casted on a shawl that I wanted to knit. And there are even more people casting on new brioche things. Some learn to knit brioche now, I think. And they are sharing very nice photos of their projects. So that's very fun, and please follow and be a part of that, because I will have at the end of March I will have a nice prize with some of my dyed yarn.
Can I join the competition?
No,
No.
you get it anyway.
Okay. Even better.
You don't want any yarn.
But brioche, so does everyone know what a brioche is?
Brioche is, in Swedish it is called patentstickning. It's like you're having you knit with 2 strands of yarn in one direction with one strand, and then the same direction with the other thread, so that you pass it over.
Can you show us?
Yes.
You lost me at one direction, 2
I showed.
yards.
So the pattern I'm knitting is called the Ameyo shawl by Knit Graffiti, and it's a pattern you can find at Ravelry. And now we can show our eyes because the camera see our eyes, so we just have to hide behind here. So this is the pattern. It's kind of some, maybe looks like leaves or something.
Can I show my eyes again?
Yes, you can show your eyes again. And I knit it in my merino single base, which is in those colorways. It's pond and stuck in the middle. I hide us again.
Looks very nice.
Yeah, I'm pleased with it. So anyway, when you knit like this brioche, you have I have those 2 colors here, and I take one of them and knit that direction. So when I'm finished here with that thread, I have to slip all the things back to where I started and take the other thread and knit the same direction. So every row is like 2 rows, you can say, because you can also knit this in one color or so, but brioche is like the structure or the pattern you get.
So
so this is a 2-color brioche, because you get a main color and contrast color, which makes the pattern show a little clearer.
And if you would to categorize this as easy, medium or difficult to knit, is this on the difficult side then? It looks complicated.
It is complicated until you get how the stitches are made, because I'm kind of new to brioche as well. I have only knitted some projects, and I had to look at the same YouTube clip for I was alone at home and I saw the same clip about, I don't know, 50-100 times in some kind of slow motion, just to get the idea that you wrap one of the yarn and slip the yarn that you don't knit with. So before that it was kind of hard, but when I got the idea of just how to wrap and slip the stitches, I think now it's kind of easy, because you don't have there are not so many options yet that I have knitted anyway. I guess there are many more difficult patterns, but it's like yarn overs, increases and decreases, and it's almost like the same. So here you work with increases and the decreases when you go together. So it looks more complicated than it is.
Okay.
So you can show off.
You can impress with it, that's what you're
Yes,
saying.
you can impress, yeah.
Okay, good. So that's going on.
Yes, so that's my project.
And you say that the call has already started, or will it start?
It has started. I thought I should start it now with this when we filmer.
When we, the
When
podcast.
we do this
The
podcast,
Dyepod.
but the Dyepod. But first of all, I cheated and started by myself, and then I thought that I might start it, and then you went away for London for a week with your job, and then this took longer than we had thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
So please join it then, huh?
Yes, join it and knit some brioche, and everybody helps together. So I'm not the only one commenting or writing or so. So we can help each other if there are difficulties with the patterns or so.
Good.
Yeah.
What else is happening then?
We are working very hard for Syfestivalen, a big textile festival, or you can say textile show in Stockholm, the main capital of Sweden.
Yes.
So Robert is skeins yarn, and I am dying like a maniac. So it looks...
Every day looks like this for me. Every day.
Yeah. So there are a lot of... I have some yarn that I would like to show for Syfestivalen. I don't know if we...
You want to show it now?
Yeah, we show it
now. So this will be available at Syfestivalen. I hand to you.
I have dyed some kits. These are kits for like 100 gram skeins, 4 of them in every package, for maybe a so faded sweater or just a faded something. So they will be available in 4 different dyes, like this. I don't know. Should we say pinkish?
Yeah, say pink.
In this one, and will be available in this blue colors.
Bluish green.
Bluish green, yeah, bluish green.
Or greenish blue.
And in this purple. What's the difference between purple and lilac?
Academic.
Okay. Maybe some
I don't know.
I know English people have seen this, so maybe you can tell
Help
me
us.
what lilac and purple, what's the difference? So in this one, I like these colors. I them. And in these brown, it's like turquoise, and brown and purple colors. So they will be available, and all of the yarn that we don't sell there will, of course, come up the week after in a shop update.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully there is some left.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Maybe.
But,
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you like to show the other things
Yes,
as well?
I like to show that as well. And then I have some mini skein kits that I've dyed. It's like, these are semi-solid colors. I have myself a little. And these are some of my base colors that I dye.
Okay.
That I think look very nice together. And they will be available in 3 different qualities. It's merino single and merino classic, just a 4-ply yarn, and a sock yarn with some stellina in it. Silver stellina.
Stellina.
It's like a fiber. It's like a artificial. What's it? It's like a
synthetic.
Yeah. It glitters.
Okay. So for the bling bling.
Yeah, for the bling bling. Here
is the bling bling.
Here's the bling bling.
There we go.
Anyway, this was one of them. And this is the other one with stellina in. So it's kind of sparkle. I don't know if you can see. And these are with speckles. They will also be available in 3 different qualities.
Okay.
And then I have dyed lots and lots of sock kits, you could say. With a little small mini skein of 20 gram and a 100 gram skein put together, that I match together. So they will be, I like this color. It's like...
Very nice.
Yeah. So lots of them. And they will also go up in the shop if something is left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course we have a lot of normal skeins as well on the
lots and lots of yarn
on the festival.
Yeah. And also we're gonna have Lykke needles, the Lykke needles. And I see many podcasts, and everybody who is an English the main language
native.
is or something, American or something. They have very problem with this word, lykke needle. It's a Norwegian word, and since Robert speaks Norwegian all day and all night, all the time, he knows exactly how this is pronounced. So
Lykke. It means happiness.
Lykke needles. They will come along. And we also have very nice scissors from Warm Crochet that will come along, and other things as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we're stacking up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And this is which date?
It's 23 to 25, 25th.
Yeah, of February. Yeah?
Of February, yeah. So it's very soon, in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah?
And then after this, you are going on a bit of a journey, aren't you?
Yes.
Where are you going?
I am going to Edinburgh.
Why are you going to Edinburgh?
Because there is a very big yarn festival there, and my main goal is to get broke.
Yeah, I think I'm sure you will succeed.
I don't have any money, but
No, even better.
yes. So I'm just going there for fun and to look, see all the yarns and all the mainly the accessories, because I love shopping.
Yeah.
Accessories for my knitting, and meet people, of course. I know a few in Sweden who is going there that I have spoke with and that I can meet there, but I'm going all by myself and I live by myself, and we thought maybe I won't even arrive to Edinburgh.
If you see this one floating around in Edinburgh, please return her safely or give me a call.
Yes.
That will be appreciated. I will have a little note around her arm, so with my telephone number, so you can... No, you're gonna do fine.
Yes. I would be very happy if you see me, you come and say hi to me and maybe take care of me for a few minutes. Knit some rows with me or just chat with me.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so a lot of things happening then.
Yeah, that will be very fun.
Yeah. Okay. You are also knitting occasionally in the evenings.
Yes.
Ironic.
Sometimes.
What are you knitting on?
I know everybody says, look at the elephant in the room.
Yes.
It's kind of an expression.
Yeah.
And now I use that.
Are you the elephant?
No, this is the elephant.
I thought it was me.
No, this is the elephant. This is the first. I knitted on this the last time I recorded, and now it's finished. And I actually remember both the designer and the pattern.
Good for you.
It's Campside cardigan by Alicia Plummer. So it's, shall I stand up?
Yes, you should.
This is knitted in the merino, or squishy merino that I showed you the last time. I don't know.
Do a little swirl. You need to go back.
Yeah, I need to go back.
There you go. Swirl around.
So it has kind of long arms, which I liked because I wanted to be able to fold them up and also have them long to squeeze around.
Yeah.
Like this. So it's kind of that long, and I used 2 colors, so I faded them together. I showed you that last time as well. Faded them together here, and one of them I used for this. This is a word I always, the hem, the cuff, I don't know.
The thing.
The thing here. Yes. I'm happy with it. I think it
looks very nice on you.
Yeah, it fits fine actually.
Yeah.
And I like the color. I showed that previous time, but knitted up, I really like it. We have named this color to Come As You Are, and I have dyed these up in squishy merino and merino single for the festival as well.
Yeah.
So that's the first project. An FO, you say.
FO.
And then you have hose.
Okay, I'm just coming up with other meanings for those words, but okay.
Yeah, so this is my only faux finished object. And then I have many hose.
Okay.
half finished objects.
Yeah. Do you have any WIPs?
Whips, yeah. I
Whips.
think maybe hose and whips are kind of the same.
I think whip is probably a word that is less likely to misunderstand.
Yeah, so we say whip,
Yeah.
whips. I have many. Should I try? I think I should try this
Yeah,
on.
try it on.
Because this one I have knit pretty much because I think now I have.
So I've been in London, so you've been.
He has been in
knitting all
London,
the
and
time.
when he's away in work, everybody says, "Oh, poor you, Robert is away." And then I just put the kids into bed very early, and then I put my PJs on, place myself in the bed with my knitting and a cup of tea or maybe some wine, and then I sit there until late. It gets many knitting hours.
That's good. Good for you.
So anyway, this one I started kind of recent, and it's now finished, but it has so many boring ends to weave in.
I know the designer of this one.
Please
It-
tell.
He is called Stephen West,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Correct?
That's correct. Do you remember the pattern's name?
The pattern is less. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. What is it?
It's Enchanted Mesa.
Okay.
It sounds very silly in Swedish. Mesa, Enchanted. And
I don't even understand.
Enchanted Mesa, eller Mesa, something like that. I don't know what it means.
No.
So, this is the next project. And you see I have many
I'll step back.
ends here. Step back.
You take the room.
So, this is how it turned out. And I have used many different qualities in this. I have knitted with 2 strands at a time all the way. So like this arm, I used my Pond, or if it's Glacier Bay, they are kind of pretty similar. And this is fuzzy mohair, one strand of fuzzy mohair and 1 cashmerino fingering. And in the yoke, as I said last time, I used some Madeline Tosh and some of my own hand dyed, like random skeins of qualities that I not dye on now. And yeah, I liked it. And I think I didn't actually follow the pattern quite as it was, because these of the shoulders, they are supposed to be like five of these stripes.
Thingies.
But I took 1 stripe away because in the project pictures from the pattern and so on, I thought it was a little too much sweater. I didn't want it to be too big or too slouchy. So I took 1 away, and I added the arms just below the 4th stripe.
I like this very much. It has a more modern look, I think.
Yeah, I like it as well. It needs to be blocked, and in this part, in the dark part, I used 1 strand of super soft, like a pure wool thread. Yeah, what did I say? Anyway, I think it needs a good blocking, because the hem down here, correct me if it's not hem, because I don't remember the name. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I like it, and I like the colors. I'm pleased with it.
So anything else you're knitting on?
Yes. When Robert was away in London, I only...
You had a party.
I had a cast-on party.
Yeah.
So another project that I casted on was, you haven't seen this.
I haven't seen it.
I don't show Robert all the projects I start, because he just thinks I should finish another.
So my role is sometimes she has like 7 things started, and she wants to start number 8, and then I go, you need to finish some of them now before you start, and then she becomes irritated, and then she's like yeah, and then eventually you're happy that I pushed you.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually. It takes some time, but yeah.
But this time, and it's his fault because you
It's
were
me, it's
away,
my
so you couldn't handle my cast on.
I couldn't stop you.
No.
I couldn't stop you. So this is on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next thing is another. I have already knitted one, but this is a Kobuk hat by Boyle and Knitworks.
A hat.
A hat.
Uh-huh.
A Kobuk hat. I don't know why I started this.
Neither do I.
But I had I had one single lonely squishy merino color that I really like in flame, but it's got kind of variegated when I dyed it, and I thought it felt lonely. So one strand of squishy merino and one fuzzy mohair together will make this one.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Fiery color.
Yeah, and I think I like it. It will fit this one,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it will fit.
I don't know
This one too.
if it will fit.
Oh, you look
The
like a
hat.
monk.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it will be nice.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's it, right?
no,
No?
that's not
Even
it.
more.
Yes.
Where are you hiding this?
The next project.
Oh my god.
So I sometimes when I look for a project, Robert has to look of maybe hundreds and hundreds of pictures, and he has to say which one I should knit.
And then
So
you choose another one.
Yeah, or maybe not none of them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I say which ones I like, and then you choose something completely different.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, but that's good.
I want to know what you think anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
nice.
anyway, so I looked for. I wanted a colorwork sweater. So I have shown you lots and lots of colorwork.
And I joined them all.
Mm-hmm. You enjoyed them all, and you told me one of them that I don't remember which it was.
No.
No. But my brain started to cook.
Yeah?
And I couldn't decide, so I when you were away, I watched on Ravelry like so many hours, so I was so annoyed and irritated after a while that I couldn't decide which one and which colors and which anything. I couldn't decide anything. So then I had a little chatter with another Jani friend. She knows who it is. I send her a lot of peachy yarn. And she recommended she recommended a pattern, and this one I have no it's Lila Light.
Mm-hmm.
It's the pattern's name is Lila, and it comes in a fingering weight version and a DK version, or a worsted version.
Worsted?
It was
You
too
sound like
many.
the Swedish cook.
It was too many.
Yeah. Worsted.
Worsted version.
Okay.
But this is the fingering version.
Okay.
So I casted on this and knitted, I think, until 1 in the night, because I thought it was nice to knit. And I didn't have to think.
Nice one.
So anyway, I knit on this Lila and in the light version, and I don't remember the designer name.
But we will put it on the screen
Yeah,
so you can see it.
yeah. And I knit it in my cashmerino base in this colorway. And I really like how it turned out. It's kind of my colors, brown and pink.
Seen those before in the things
Yeah.
you're knitting.
Yeah, I like those colors.
Yeah.
And I knit it with 2 skeins and alternate between the rows, as I recommend everyone to do when you buy hand-dyed yarn, because you always see when you change to the new skein if you don't alternate them.
Okay.
So 2 of them, and I knit it on my Lykke needles. I like those because they are gorgeous. I really like those. They are very soft, but it's birch, and even they feel soft, but it's like hardwood. And very smooth because they are so, I don't know what it calls. Smooth and very lovely. Those are my favorite needles after my signature needles. I get this from my very sweet husband when I give birth.
Not when you give birth, when you have a birthday.
When I have a birthday.
Every time she gives birth to one of our kids, I buy her, no. And you have birthday, yeah.
These are my absolute favorite needles, and then come Lykke. The signature needles. Da-da-da. I must show what I bought.
Accessory time.
I suddenly.
You suddenly bought something. What happened here?
I suddenly bought a very lovely little needle case for interchangeables, and it looks like this. It's made from denim cloth, and another with a little leather strap here, and this is.
Where did you buy this? I'm not gonna ask you how much you paid.
No,
so that's okay.
I won't tell you.
No.
This is from Lila. Lila. I think it's from UK. And she has very nice needle cases, and I really like this. So I have 2 pairs now, so I really need to have birthday soon again.
Hey, it's not that far.
No, it's
far
not.
off. In June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I might wish 2.
You better behave then.
Yeah, I really like it. So here is the cables, and here are the needles. Yeah, it's nice.
Good. Do you have anything else to show the audience?
No, because as I said the last time when I just showed off my lovely bag, that project, the black cardigan.
Oh, the famous black cardigan.
Yeah.
This is one of the examples of things that get started but not finished.
Yeah.
But it will eventually.
Yeah, but not now.
Not now.
No. So I won't show that. And the socks that I only had 1 cuff left a month ago, it's still 1 cuff left.
Okay. So now we come to the highlight of the show.
Yes.
My little section here on beer.
Yeah, this is Robert's main contribution to the podcast because since so many drink tea in the podcasts that I have seen anyway, I probably think you know everything about the tea sorts, or tea smells,
Tastes.
tastes, yeah. So we try another thing instead.
So the objective here is to find the perfect beer for knitting.
Yes.
And I will, each time we have the Dyepod, bring a new beer.
Will you start knitting then? Because, or are you just gonna drink beer?
Probably the latter.
Okay.
But it's for you. You have to find the perfect knitting beer.
Okay, yeah.
And I was thinking of a grading system. So you will grade this beer in 2 categories. One is the thickness of the beer, and one is the taste.
Okay.
And the thickness you will grade with plies. So if it's a 4-ply beer, it's a kind of a thick beer to drink. And if it's a 1-ply single, then it's a very nice and easy to drink kind of beer.
Okay.
And the taste, you will give a 1 to 5 number of skeins. So if it's very good, it's 5 skeins.
Yes.
Okay? And then eventually, when we have done this for some time, we either become alcoholics or we find the perfect knitting beer. All right, so today the first out is a pale ale. Let's see if I can do my your thing here. Oh, there we go. Maybe you see it. let's see if we can zoom it in. There we go. Yeah, it's a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. So it's a US based beer.
Yes.
Handcrafted ale. Nicely made. Good one, I would say.
Is ale like darker than IPA?
This is pale ale, so it's IPA-ish. Yeah.
Ljus ale.
Glass, beer. 2 components you need.
Okay.
So you can see that the color is a little bit darker than your typical lager type of beer.
He wish he could look at Arsenal football at the same time.
That's the next pod.
Okay.
The Arsenal Dyepod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have 5 minutes in the end of every program so Robert can talk about
Summing up. Yeah. Come on.
Okay. It smells good. It was good. But it was...
Everything you say after but doesn't, before but doesn't count.
No,
Yes,
I won't say but.
No.
I just say it was good.
Yeah.
And it was maybe thick.
Okay. So let's grade it then. How many plies would you say this beer is? How thick it is?
I don't know how... Is it harder to swallow when it's thick?
Yeah.
I don't think it was hard to swallow.
Okay. It's a subjective measurement system.
I say 2 ply.
2 ply beer. Okay. And then you have to give the number of skeins. So I have 5 skeins here. How many should I hold up?
I think it was very good. 4.
4?
Yes.
Wow. So 2 ply, 4 skein type of beer.
Yeah.
Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Yes.
That was a good start.
Huh?
Huh.
Do you want to taste?
Maybe we found the perfect match immediately.
Yeah.
I will taste.
That would be sad though. Because then we can
Must
taste...
be better beer out there. Let's keep looking. Okay, good.
Yes, good. We start on a high level with the beer.
Start on a high note.
Yeah, and it was great.
Okay, what's left? Questions.
Yes, the last Dyepod I recorded, I asked you to give us some questions.
I'll just focus on the beer.
And feedback and everything, and many of you have asked about the dyeing process, and maybe that I could film. Did you say film? Film the process when I'm dyeing and things like that. And I have, I intend to film while I'm dyeing someday. Until now it has been very busy, so I haven't really got the time to record yet. But I will bring you. I thought that I could bring you along around the house and show, because this room looks like crap.
Don't say that.
Okay, but when you don't see this view, I want to show you the real view, how it looks in here and how it looks in the kitchen when I dye, and in the basement where all the yarn is and everything like that. Yeah. So I thought maybe I would start to film, showing around in the house, and also show you all the process dyeing the yarn and soaking them and dyeing them and mix all the dyes and things like that.
Cool.
I don't know if I should talk something about the dyeing process today.
Maybe you save that for when you're actually going to show it then, or?
And take everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Or do you want to say something now?
No, I don't know. I don't know. But you have asked about colors and qualities and things like that, and how I think when I dye the different colors, and how I create them, and what I think about, and if someone had a question, if the knit, the garment, the idea of the garment comes first, and maybe then I dye the color, or if I have a color and the garment is like the secondary.
Which way is it then?
I don't actually. I don't. I think it's both ways because when I dye a color that I really like, I try them many times before I think it's a great color, and then for example, if I dye like one of those, this one is a color that I really like, and now they put like this because they will hang at the surface. Yeah. But then I want something to go together with that, because you need some
Contrast.
yeah, like contrast. And then I start mixing the colors and maybe just make gradients of them. And then I think about what would match these. If you'd like a contrast color for those two, what would go good together with that? And then I maybe think I need a lighter version. So this is kind of a lighter version that I think would go very well together. And I maybe, if I see a pattern, I can imagine what that pattern would look good in, what colors it would look good, would look good in. And I want the colors to go well together. So all my base colors is mixed by the, vad heter grundfärg? Like the main base colors, like red, blue and yellow. And I like to add much gray and much yellow because it neutralizes the colors a little. It makes them a little softer. And even though there are much color in these, I add always some gray or some yellow to make them a little more
Soften them.
Relaxed colors, or what you say. And I want all the colors to look good, especially the base colors that I have like a color scheme that and things that I'm very bad at English.
It's the beer.
But it's the beer. Yeah, I want them to go well together. So I take very careful.
So they have the same type of tone, so they all kind of fit together.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not so fond of like neons and things like that. Many dye that. I like colors, but I like them kind of soft and
more mute.
Yeah, I like them to work well together. Every one of them.
Good.
Yeah, and I use acid dyes.
What is
only
an acid dye?
dyes.
Is that poisonous?
Yes, if I inhale them, but when they are mixed up with water, it's no damage, and you have to be well aware that the dye bath exhausts all the dye. You don't want to pour the dye out in the sink. So the yarn should stand and be cold and exhaust all the dye before you take it out.
Yeah.
And the acid dyes is because you add acid to the dye, because the acid makes the dye stick. And I use citric acid to fix the color, which is citric acid is citronsyra in Swedish. Yeah. So that's just the main thing. I think I will film a day when I work and tell you more about how I choose the bases and everything like that as well, because that's the bases are quite important to me. I have very hard choosing them, and I choose them with a very good care.
Yeah.
Of what I like and things, but I will make a film in the kitchen a day. I think that we can put in the next Dyepod episode.
Good.
Yeah, so I think that's
it for now.
Kind of what we thought about we would bring up this time.
Hope you found it interesting to watch this, and please follow us on YouTube. Any questions, any comments, anything you want us to talk about or you're wondering about, please let us know. We're doing this to engage with you guys out there, so I hope to hear from you.
Yeah, and it's really nice when you write down below if you wonder something that we could talk about next time, or yeah, if you think we missed something out, or just anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And please, if you see this woman in Edinburgh,
Take care of me.
take care of her. Bring her back safely to Sweden.
We have to say cheers.
Yes.
It's 3 in the afternoon today, and we
Yeah.
are getting the children soon.
So,
But
2 ply, 4 skeins, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
yes,
Cheers.
and you have to get the children.
I'll get the children.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Have
Bye-bye.
a nice day. Goodbye.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here